Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel, and I'm Yuki, the trainer from AiHouse. So let's continue the topics with starts of AiHouse for beginners. So today is day 2, so we are going to start our section 2 part and also the last part. And in this section, we are going to talk about the rendering and panorama. And for the rendering part, in previous video, we have shared you this quick render set. And in next, focus on the adjust shootable wheel and set parameters, select light templates, set environment parameters, and get our render and beautify the rendering picture. However, in our today's topics, we will mainly focus on the light and also other functions that we didn't mention before. So now, focusing on the lights, the rendering set can be divided into 4. The first is place the light modules. Second, apply the lighting templates. Generally, we can end at this part. However, if you want to have a strong atmosphere for your rendering picture, you can go to the third steps to set the fill lights by yourself. And fourth, if you want the rendering pictures to be more real, you can self-define the sunlight. Here has these comparisons for you to see. In step 1, you can see there are many light modules are set inside, including modules from the material plazas and the light strips on the ceiling and the cabinets. However, as they are only the modules, so the lightness may not be enough. Then we need to go to our second step. It's setting the lighting template. Through the lighting template, the AI will help you to illuminate your whole space. And with the step 3, you can set some spotlight here to make it have a strong atmosphere. By step 4, some light getting inside through the windows. By this method, the rendering picture will be more real. Now let's get into the AiHouse to start this 4th step. Today we are going to use this floor plan. For this floor plan, there's no need to take a screenshot for this. You can go to the left side and find this house icon. Left click this one, and you can see there are many templates inside. Move to here, left click, scroll down, and then you can find this template. We are now using this template. You can hit the open projects to use this one. So first, let's get into the walkthrough wheel. And in here, let's go to find some lights to set inside. For the lights, we can go into the material plaza or X to get into the material plazas. Light is at the first catalog module and find creation and open this subcatalog list. The first one is land, and you can find the table land, wall land, and many other parts. Left click to select this one and just drag and drop it to place inside. And select the lamp and go to the right side. Scroll down, and here is the lighting parameters. Its color temperatures, lightness, and high gloss visible can all be changed in here. So the next is about the light stripes for the ceilings or the cabinet. You can go to the customize mode to set them. And for the tutorials for the customize, you can go back to our previous videos to learn those. Now let's get into the render part. Then we are going to introduce these lighting templates. There are 4 newest lighting templates for you to select. Realistic Sunlight 2.0 and Natural 3.0, Realistic Light and Shadow 1.0, and this One Light 1.0. If you want to find the old version, you can come to here, the light version. Left click, then you will see the previous version and here can apply to use them. So now let's go to see the comparison between them. The first one is Realistic Sunlight 2.0, and in this PowerPoint page, you can see the AI will help you to set 2 fill boards, like this vertical one and this horizontal one. For the horizontal one, it will help you to illuminate the parts that is far away from the windows. And for this vertical board, they are setting to stimulate the sunlight inject inside the space. So let's see this 2D view. Open it, then you can see there are 3 kinds of fill light setting inside. This sphere fill light, it is setting outside the floor plan. And this horizontal and vertical one. For the horizontal, it will be the yellow areas inside the floor plan. And for the vertical one, and you can see this white area. However, for this one, you can see it is not in 19 degrees. Then it will show small yellow areas and this white area. So now let's go to see its rendered picture, like this one. And you can see at this cabinet, there is a very obvious contrast between the shadow and light. And going back to here, and you can see this vertical board is placing too close to the cabinet, therefore it will have a very obvious contrast. So when you're placing this board, remember not to let them getting too close to the modules. And for dimension, it also should not exist 1/3 of this total space. So let's move to our next template. It's Natural 3.0. And for the Natural 3.0, there is no vertical board setting inside, and it will still set the horizontal boards to illuminate the space far away from the windows. And under this spotlight modules, it acts some fill light to highlight the place that the spotlight will illuminate. What's more, in this picture, you can see that I have certified the sun position. This is the sun injection point, and this is the injection angle of it. So now let's go to see its render effect. And here it is. I'm looking at this cabinet. It is normal now, as there is no vertical board. And let's go up and to compare these two. And you can see the cabinet doors, its brightness is different. And this space upon the hood is also different. So for the first one, this realistic sunlight 2.0, it will be suitable for the space that the window is covered by the curtain. And for this one, it will be suitable for the space that is near the window. Window is not covered by the curtain. Now let's move to the third template. It's the realistic light and shadow 1.0. And in this one, it's almost the same with the natural 3.0. However, no fill light will set for the spotlight. And you can see in this 2D view, only this vertical fill light and this is sphere light. And with this, you can see the rendering effect. Compare these two. Looking at the 4, you can see contrast between the light and shadow will be more obvious in this realistic light and shadow 1.0. And no fill lights will set for the spotlight. So let's go to our next template. It is the One Light 1.0. And here you can see this 2D view. It only sets some spotlight upon the modules. Therefore, it will only suitable for the closest effects on the products that you would like to show. You can see its render effect. So select the lighting templates as you need it. Next, let's go to the AiHouse to see the fill light. For the fill light, you need to go to the left side and go to the upper. It has this lighting that click. Then you will see 4 types of fill light. The first one is this fill light, like the spotlight, and there are many types for you to select. Use them to highlight some modules or space. And the second one is this surface lighting. And you can see here has this horizontal and vertical one. Horizontal is used to illuminate the space, and the vertical one generally it will use to stimulate the sunlight getting inside the space. Or you can use this to highlight the space like this wall or this cabinet. So this is for these 2 surface lights. The next is a sphere light. I believe you already noticed it is set outside the floor plan, and there are 2 sides for you to select. This one, phantom shadow, and this is solid shadow. And the 4 is this module light. Under this module light, you can use this to make the modules glowing. Light strip and draw this one. You can see a bolt on your cursors. Release it, then it returns into yellow when you rendering your pictures, and these pictures will glowing. And this is for this 4 light. Select one fill light inside and go to the right side. You can see here it is the height of this whole house. Now it's 2,600. So when you're placing this fill lights Make sure that the height is not over 2600. If it is over, then it will not illuminate any space. Next is this specified direction. Using this one, you can determine its specified place, like left click this one and move your cursor inside. You can see yellow dashed line attached to your cursors. And like now, I can left click this lamp. Then you can see its illuminate direction has changed. And when you specify its direction, if you don't want to specify, then you can go back to the select. And next, here you can change its color temperatures, lightness here. And the next one, it's effect specular. And come to this little question mark, you can see they're different. When you turn it off, there will be no highlights on the modules. However, when you open it, they will have some highlights on the modules. Next is the synchronize function. Here you can synchronize the same product like its height, color temperature, and lightness. Like now this is 8, and when I find another one, like this one, and this one is feel like 10, and this one is also feel like 10, and I change its lightness at here, 20. And hit enter key. Then you can open the lightness here, select this one, then you can see its lightness also changed to 20. So this is the parameters for the fill light. Moving back to the left side and going to the bottom, here is the light source management. You can hit this triangle to open it. And you can see there are many light settings inside are classified in here. The classified machine has two. First is based on its space, and next is based on its type. For the space, and you can going down to find the first is the guest bedroom. And moving down, you can see the bathroom, kitchen, balcony, and any others. For this living room, you can see it has this solid lamp and this module lights. For the solid lamp, you can move your cursor something to find it. Like for this one, then you move to it, and you can see the light. This one, it's selected by the blue frame. Or you can hit this focus to find its position. Select it and go to the right side to change its parameters. And for the solid lamps, you can only focus on them and change its parameter. However, for the fill light, when down like this surface light source, you can delete it. And here you can see this trash button. Left click, hit it to delete it. And if you don't want this the whole fill lights inside the floor plan, you can clean all fill lights at here, the button of the light source management. So after you finish the placings of the fill lights, you can continue our next step, self-define of the sunlight. Going back to the left side and going upper, this environment left clicked. Then you can see the sunlight parameters at here. Open it. The first it is lightness. You can change it at here. And the second is soft shadow. It means the shadow shape. I will show you. In this PowerPoint page, you can see when I set the soft shadow at 1, then you can see this sunlight shadow is very solid. And when I turn it to 10, then you can see you almost cannot see it. The next one is color temperature. You can change it at here. And next is the sunlight projects to every room. When you're doing the quick rendering, you can select this one. And now we are going to customize the sun position. For the sun position, we can go to the 2D view to see it. Come to the right panel and turn these 2D views to the main interface. Now you can see the sun is at here. You can change its height and position at the left side. Or you can directly go to the 2D view here, select the suns and move it. And now I'm placing it near the windows of the kitchen. Then next you need to find the injection point. Generally, if you add the middle parts of the floor plan and zoom in, and you can see this yellow solid circle. Select this one, left click and hold your mouse to move it. Like now I move it inside my kitchen. And zoom out and left click to move it. Now let's change back to our 3D view and move to the kitchen part Then you can see this yellow dash line. This is the sunshine injection light. And now the sun is at the top, so it cannot inject inside. We need to change its height. Our view to this window part and then change its height. Now you can see the dash line is getting down. Like now you can place it at here. Then the sunshine can get inside through the window. And now I want to show you some other methods. First, let's go to the left side basics part. Left click. And scroll down, you can see here has these rendering parameters. What are their meanings? And you can see in here, three, it's a color correction, exposures, color overflow. And here is their definition. For the color correction, you can select this when saturation and contrast are high and are not very different. And the texture will be more weird, so we suggest you to select this one all the time. However, for the second one, automatic exposure, it can help you to balance the lighting, but if you already select the lighting templates, there's no need to select this one. And third is the color overflow control. It can prohibit the impact between the colors on different items, so we suggest you to open this one also. Next, let's go to the environment part. Close the sunlight, you can see here has this background and ambient light. For the background, if you want to see its change, you need to find the view that have the windows. Now you can move your cursors to here, and here has this little pencil. You can left click inside to change the outside view. You can get inside and select the one that you like this one. Then close this, and at the outside, you can find the second icon. And here has this rotation angle. You can rotate it to rotate the outside view. And also change the location brightness. If you don't want to set the daytime, here is the nighttime for you to select. Or you can self-define the outside view. Just upload the outside picture. Here is the requirement, and the format should be PNG and JPG, and the size should not exceed 20 M. You can only upload the 12 location. The supported images ratios is 3:4 and 2:1. Except this, I also want to mention that the uploaded background picture must be like this type, this one. So next is the ambient light. For the ambient light, it means the whole light for the space. When you change it, the whole light in the space will change. And here is outdoor color temperature. You can change it. Talking about all this, now you can find a right place to start your rendering.
However, there is functions for you to preview your render pictures and adjust them in real time.
There are two methods. First, you can go to the basics. And here has the light post processing. Using this function, you need to find the right view. Like this one. Then you can go to the left side and left click this plus button. Then if you're under rendering, then you can adjust the parameters inside later. And you can see here I have 3 projects. So I'm going to select one, left click to get inside to show you this function. This is the gift prompt. You can see back here. You can adjust the brightness and color temperatures of all the indoor lights in real time. After in doing this, you can get your render. So now you can see this picture. And at the left side, there are many parameters for you to adjust. And I'm going to introduce and adjust them with you. The first one is the control exposure. This is for the exposure parameters. You can move it higher or lower, or directly close this one as fine, or reset it. Then the next is exterior light. You can see through this window. May higher or lower, or even close this. And here is the color temperature. You can change. The third is the self-illuminant. If you are not sure it is for what, and then you can directly close it to see its effect. Now I know it means for the spotlight. Then open it, then to adjust it. Next is this module modules like this one or this. Then you can change them. Next is light throw, light strike. Control them, see their effect. And for these three, fill light, and fill light. This is the fill shift light. The shift light is for the horizontal or vertical board. You can change them to see its effect. And this is the spotlight, like the light setting at here. Then you can see here is the ball light. The ball light is the sphere light. It's outside the floor plan. And the last is the ambient light. The ambient light is for the whole space. So when your space is a little bit dark, and you can make it higher. Or even change its temperature. So after you're doing this, you can go to the middle button and left click this render to get your render picture. And here you can select the resolution. Hit OK. Then it is under render already. Then you can also save this lighting template. Save it. Add here. Then next time you want to use it, just directly hit this project to use it. Now I'm going to show you the second method. Going back to the render, then move our cursors to the upper right corner, this real-time function.
Left-click real-time, then you will see this pop-up window. Now this is the real-time rendering vouchers. You can hit Get It Now to use this in this day. The next day you want to use this, just find this real-time function and get it again.
Now you can see at these pop-up windows, here has the little render pictures effect. You can move your wheel to changes like moving forward or moving back or to other place. Now if you want to change its parameters, you can go to left panel and to here, the post-production. Left click this one and you can open it. Now it's already open. You can see there are 4 parameters for you to change. Just move their parameters, then you can see its effect. And this contrast. This flow light. Saturation. You can also go back, like come to this environment part to change the lightness of the sun to see its effect inside here. We moved to here. Change the ambient light. And you can see it become more brightness. And when you move your cursors to the pop-up window, there are some functions for you. The first, move to here, then you can move this pop-up window. And second is some prompt for you. It means the rendering effect is extremely fast. It's for this one, quick speed. And this lock lens, when you lock the lens, now when you change your view, and the length will be still this one. You can unlock it. And here you can move to the bottom right corner of this pop-up window to move it bigger or make it smaller. So this is the 2 methods for you to adjust the rendering pictures before you get rendered. So now this is all for the rendering part. In our next video, we will talk about the panorama. Goodbye.